So backing that up, that's pretty much the system itself, IntelliWorks, and what IntelliWorks does for us. Backing that up is a great team of humans based in our call center in Killeen, Texas, which is run in partnership with Blackboard Student Services. So what we found, and this is in the case of both financial aid and student recruitment, we're handling those phone calls there through the operation in Texas, is we found that the student support, whether that be student support for their financial aid information or whether that be student support for all of these questions that are coming in, what about this degree program, how long, how much, where, those type questions, they were actually smothering our core processes. So we did not have the ability to staff up. It was even though there was a strategic commitment to use technology and a strategic commitment to grow, we had to figure out how to do that without adding bodies in the headquarters. So we contacted Blackboard Student Services, Presidium at the time, and looked at how we could provide Tier 1 support for those everyday phone calls that could be answered by a team of people that we could train and use their infrastructure, their call center, and we could get those calls off of our plate at headquarters and stop that smothering of the core processes that were having to be done by financial aid counselors and admissions counselors. So level 1 support is handled at our ops center, and that is just initial lead follow-up. So if somebody submits that RFI, they get into the CRM system, they're automatically getting their emails. The operations center, the call center, is also going to do those initial phone call follow-ups and hopefully bring them into the fold. And we actually hold the ops center responsible for 25% of our app generation every year. Those are folks that are never escalated, never brought into the headquarters. And so we're proving the fact that people only need 1 or 2 questions answered if they've already warmed up to us that much. And then level 2 support as well is handled at the call center. And these are dedicated individuals within the call center that we have trained at a higher level to do some additional troubleshooting for us. So that allows us to staff up, to scale up without putting those full-time employees on our books and just handling this through a contractual relationship with KPIs with Blackboard Student Services. If for some reason those agents run into an issue that they cannot handle, and there is a very black and white set of instructions and set of circumstances where they know they're inbounds or out of bounds, those issues are escalated to us at the headquarters. So it can be escalated to the team of enrollment counselors, the team of admissions counselors, the team of financial aid counselors, or a team of advisors. And they will then resolve that issue and get back to the student that way. And we do that through a ticketing system. This has allowed us to reverse what I just showed you, where that overwhelming demand was smothering core processes. And now the core processes are getting the attention, and our student support is quarantined, it's manageable, it's more predictable, and it's being handled 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it has led to some pretty incredible results for us, which we'll end up with today. So we're mixing all of these things together: an improved culture and organization, prospect management, IntelliWorks platform for us, and the Ops Center, our Blackboard Student Services partnership. And all of that is synergized very well for us over the past few years. So we're obviously, the big thread here is talking about how well do we communicate with students. We've talked about it in human interactions, email interactions, mail interactions. So another poll for you: how effectively does your institution communicate with prospective and current students? Is there some disconnect there? So it's same thing, 22333, and then we're going to use the 4 keywords there. Highly effective, we respond, we're unsure, there are issues. I mean, I can tell you we had major issues. There were, as Becky was saying, there were drawers full of paper with people's names on them. There were more emails coming in from students saying, I asked for information 30 days ago and I haven't heard from anybody. Good. How many institutions in the room are IntelliWorks users currently, since this is the IntelliWorks track? And that's been That's been a transformational tool for you? Okay. Okay. Good. That's actually good to see. I think we're in the right room for this. A lot of times when we're out talking to colleagues, there seems to be a lot of issues with responding. And one way that we've really been able to turn that around is that it's very centralized response. Some of you probably operate in environments where you have departments or colleges, academic departments or colleges that have responsibility for this. Very good.